Try again.
Okay, that stops it, but peaking a little bit. I'm just got my levels.
Testing the audio,
Yeah, just keep going, just like...
Testing, 1, 2, 3, audio, testing.
Yeah, keep going one more.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Okay, alright. That's good. It's a bit fuzzy. Is that normal?
Could be. Testing the audio, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Yeah, I'm just turning you down just a little bit, so... Alright, yeah, I think you're good.
I must be just swapping the cables. I'll try the other headset as well.
Okay.
Testing the audio, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, this one's way quieter.
Way quieter.
Yeah, this one's way quieter.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing audio, 1, 2, 3.
Keep going.
Testing the audio.
Okay, alright, yeah. That's good? Yeah, then go back to the first one, just because I want to see if it was my end or your end, you know what I mean?
Testing the audio.
Alright, cool.
Good for both?
Yeah, good levels. It's a bit fuzzy, but I think that's just the microphone.
No worries.
Cool. Let me know if you need anything.
I'll turn on to mute at the moment. I know what we're doing.
Cool.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Come on! Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in high levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you'll surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide, Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA, always Adelaide.
guys in a circle. So it's just stuck in blades. Yeah, it's a big advocate for it, but some people just don't build it. I just got blades, it's fine, and they get stuck to it, and it's like, can't complain.
Got any other games?
No. I was hoping I was somewhat involved for the Sunday game, Adelaide City, West Adelaide. Yeah. It's a special one. I think I had like a boundary and everything.
Yeah, Johnny was saying Simon and David.
Yeah, so I guess Johnny must be bound.
Johnny's bound for it.
Yeah, or he does like that free-game show or something.
Yeah.
Start walking, I'll start to just, and then I'll go through lineups home and away, and then I'll get into the seconds.
Welcome everybody back to the REA NPLSA. Some round 12 action here. The only NPL game of the night between the home side West Holmes Birkalla and the visitors, the in-form Comets FC. Go through the lineups of both sides at the moment as they come out on field in front of you. Starting with the away side, the Comets, number 5, Matthew Chandler. Number 10, Anthony Mavrolambardos. Number 11, Gildas Gomakezwa. Number 12, Jake Porter. Number 14, the captain, Aladdin Irabona. Number 17, Ethan Karkafiris. Number 21, Nicholas Ikonomopoulos. Number 22, Minsung Park. Number 27, Harry Thomas. 66, Damian Lujic. And number 99, Yanni Delengas. Now with the home side, West Holmes Birkalla. Number 4, Kane Vidmar. Number 5, Jared Clark. Number 7, Tyrese Conway. Number 8, George Blackwood. Number 9, Jonathan Dorigo. Number 10, Dylan Klassen Thomas. Number 14, Nathan Anianto. Number 16, Alex Sakonis. Number 18, Yohei Matsumoto. Number 20, the captain, Nicholas Harpers. And number 22, Alan Welsh. That's your starting lineups ahead of tonight's clash. Joining me in the commentary studio is Theo Milonis. How are you?
Good, mate. Thank you for the invite for tonight. And, yeah, I just having a look at the Comets team, and Gildas threw me because he had a haircut.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't see the top knot up there. He must have got to the cold weather and said, I want a bit more cold on my neck. I don't want any more hair.
Yeah. Oh, we were just having a chat of being live about your current things, about World Cups coming up soon. So,
yeah, very, very good times coming, and of course a lot of news happening in the football world as well. Yeah. But in front of us, the Comets, they're back in form, and they're facing up against the hotly favoured West Holmes Birkalla, up near the top of the ladder at the moment. Of course, lost last week out inexplicably to Adelaide United 3-0 away from home, while fortunately for them, their title-chasing counterparts in Playford also lost, and some other teams around them as well. So they're looking to get back on winning terms here. Theo, what are you expecting of this game?
Well, the last time I was here, I thought it was game of the year. It was Playford versus Berks. Lots of goals, last-minute equaliser by Alan Welsh. What am I expecting? Well, Berks, it's a bit of a fortress here, but look, Comets are up and going. You'd have to say that Berks are the slight favourites, but don't put anything past Comets. They're on the way up. New coach, maybe different philosophy. Well, let's see. 90 minutes. Here we go.
Getting ready for kickoff now. Just a couple of minutes past 8 o'clock. As you said, new coach for Adelaide Comets, Isaac Sese, coaching for the rest of this season, and he's currently undefeated. So we'll see how that goes. Back with Mavrolambardos, the first slip of the night, and that is out for a goal kick.
Won't be the last one either.
Yeah, a lot of slips on this pitch you've seen, and hopefully the weather holds out as well so we don't get any more. But it's definitely a very flat pitch to play on, and definitely one where you want to try and keep your feet.
You mentioned you played here a couple of weeks ago. What can you tell the viewers about the ground?
Yeah, it's definitely very flat. One of the older artificial pitches here in SA, and it's tough one to run on, and especially if you're a striker doing a lot of pressing, and in the heat of the battle of the NPL, it's going to be very intense and a lot of ground covered in quick succession. So some of the knees and ankles of these players definitely will feel it tomorrow, but in the cold weather at the moment, I'm sure they just want to get warm, all the joints.
Yeah.
Playing out of the back here, of course. A lot of these Birkalla players, ex-Comets players as well of the past over this off-season. They made a number of recruits from the Black and Blues. Here's Maverick Lombardos playing out of the back. Thomas, one of those players to come in. Both teams making 2 changes to their lineup this week. Both of them coming from the bench to start. For Birkalla, though, 2 complete outs as Soy Sakani and Ryan Yates don't find themselves in the squad at all. While for the Comets, coming into the lineup is Harry Thomas on the left. And Ethan Karkafiris also on the left at left fullback. So those 2 replaced by the players on the bench of Spadavecchia and Cameron Hayes. And they'll do well to stay in the team. I mean, winning 4-0 last week at home, you probably wouldn't expect to be dropped the next week.
No, well, there's absolute, I think they've had a couple of injuries, and as I was walking here, I saw a fair few of the boys having a bit of a chat. I'll be quiet for a second.
So a bit of a turnover at the top of the box, just fiddling with my sound here, but...
No, yeah, so they're getting a couple of the boys back in, the Comets. So, when a good player is ready and they're ready to go, you just go back on the bench. So it's a sign of a good squad.
They've got a lot of talented players in this Comets lineup. Coming back from injury as well, we've just seen Jake Porter make his return the last couple of weeks, and of course Aladdin Irabona resuming his captaincy duties and doing that well as well, getting a couple of goals in the recent weeks, and he's really pushing his team forward to fight their relegation battle.
All class, and love the goal celebrations from Aladdin as well.
Here's Goma Kesma, another one who's done well in the last couple of weeks. Hasn't really found the goals that he's asking for, but the work he does up there has led him to be in the team of the week a number of times, and definitely one to not let any of the centre-backs dwell on the ball. Here's Anianto now. Vidmar looks wide for Matsumoto.
Yeah, Burks without Choi is a bit of a different. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dylan's brilliant, but Choi just adds that level of you don't actually know what he will do because he's excellent. His feet are excellent. So there's a bit of a gap to fill, but hopefully Dylan for them can actually do something.
Here's Irabona with the first strike of the day and fires wide, but the other in tonight for the Comets is of course Johnny DeRigo, who looks to be joining the midfield at least with George Blackwood at the moment. Another player who unfortunately went down with a big injury last year, and he was doing so well before that injury, scoring some memorable goals and nominated for Team of the Weeks. And of course this is his hometown club as well, so coming back here he's looking to make a big impact in the NPL.
Yeah, I think he's playing. He's probably playing as a 7 or as a high right-sided 10. But we've seen that the Blackwood does go into 9 quite often and just change with Dylan. So they move around a lot. Stav's got them very, very. He coaches them quite well, and they are quite fluid going forward.
Yeah, I was watching their game last week to try and figure out the formation they play, and it's definitely difficult. I did point it down here as a 4-2-3-1, but it looks like, as you see on the break there, Matsumoto is pretty much all the way on the back line, and so is Tyrese Conway, and then they've got 3 in the middle there who are attacking the back line of Birkalla. So they're definitely looking for those overloads, while they've got the strong defenders there in Clark, Vidmar, and Anianto. Yeah,
Tsakonis will come in and play a bit more of a holding with Welshie, and then the rest will. When they go forward, they will pretty much explode forward.
It's a good ball forward for Irabona, and there's another slip there. You can really tell the surface is paying dividends at the moment. Anianto going forward, and he's beaten out there by his old teammate Maverick Lombardos.
Yeah, I think Mav's actually changed bit playing a little bit deeper this year. Always played like very, very creative. Excellent left foot. I think he's playing a bit deeper this year. But still, he can play that 45-metre ball, that beautiful, incisive through pass. So Comets do have some weapons as well. Don't discount them. Quite a tense first 5 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, definitely both teams just trying to figure out the formations of each other. And, of course, this is the first game of the second half of the season. So these two did meet each other in round 1 this season. Comets coming away with a 3-0 win. A lot of goals early and late in that game with Klassen Thomas, 7th minute goal, and then 2 goals after the 80th minute mark. Here's Conway. Wriggles inside and wins a corner off of Damian Lujic. Looked like he tried to control that and he just had too much power on it.
Yeah, and they have a couple of different set pieces that they start off quite deep and then they make late runs towards the, so you could say front post, towards the penalty spot. So they set up quite differently. So I think it's another thing Stev has done well. You know, set pieces. Let's not talk about EPL champions. Arsenal won set pieces.
Here's a good ball into the box and punched away. Still alive here for Welsh on the far post, looking to put a delivery. Deflected Conway. That's a better ball in the box. Can't be met. Welsh tries to play it back to Clark, but it's inadvertently into the path of Gomakezwa. And Sakonis is in the way. Another player, a long-term player here at Birkalla, Alex Sakonis. Watched a couple of his games in the reserves in 18 leagues, and he was a very consistent player. I believe his dad is maybe a coach here at the club as well.
Maybe, possibly. I'm not too sure. We'll have to check that at half-time.
Here's Blackwood and Klassen Thomas again winning a corner. The pressure is mounting for Birkalla, and of course, one of the leading marksmen in this league, George Blackwood. 9 league goals for the season, 11 in all competitions. He's got a bit of battling out with that top scorer award as well. There's a couple of players, Boselli as well, who are near that top of the table looking to pip him to that golden boot, but he's had a great redemption and remontada in his career here at Birkalla.
Yeah, full quality.
Here's that ball, far post. Not headed, and another slap there from the goalkeeper. And they just about clear it, but he's getting under a lot of these at the moment. It looks like Yanni Delengas. And they're just doing well with these set pieces. You see the height of this team for Birkalla. You can tell why they're so dangerous from him.
Yeah, Comets don't have a lot of height. I mean, look, Chandler's huge. And Damian do have a bit of height. I think Karkaferis goes in there, but Burks actually do have a lot of height. So they've defended those set pieces quite well to start off with, but let's see how we go for the rest of the game.
Bounces in the box. Irabona with a defensive header. Vidmar at the base of defence. Another inadvertent pass. Irabona picks it off. Almost finds a good ball, but Clark is in the way. And now Welsh will bring it under. Conway driving at his fullback here. Conway's got 2 to beat now. Does well to put a delivery in, and Lujic is there. He can only clear over the far side under the pressure. And I believe that goes into the car park for one of the ball boys to find.
Yep. Just have to activate another ball. The boy just jumped the fence to clearly ball boy. I'm actually surprised that Vidmar didn't go up for that last set piece. He does have the height, and Vidmar in name, Vidmar in nature. Good piece of skill there by Blackwood, get the ball across. Unfortunately, didn't amount to anything, but Burks are being quite incisive, keeping possession. Oh, commentators cursing, keeping possession in the final third. But unfortunately, they've restarted again.
Good win there. Irabona now trying to play out from the back. Porter on that far side looking for a delivery. Gomakezwa might meet it, but a good read there by the captain, Nicholas Harpus. Some good flyers forward though for Comets. Of course, this is one of the bottom teams playing against one of the top ones, so you wouldn't be excused to think it might be a one-sided affair, but at the moment, Comets are putting a good show for themselves.
Clarkey with a hopeful ball forward, cleared clearly by Damian, and back to Jake, who, interesting header on there to try to get momentum going forward, and Burke's regrouping back. It's a bit of a basketball game at the moment. Going a lot of transition moments, going forward and back. And I'm hogging the mic a little bit because our main guy is just having a couple of issues and a bit of muffled sound. So unfortunately, you're going to have to hear my disgusting tones, not Alessio's.
See how that goes from now on, but we've changed a couple of things and hopefully it makes a change. But in the game at the moment, we're not missing too much action.
Worst case scenario might change over so that you can get the good one, so they don't have to listen to me.
No, that's all right. We'll work it out. By the time some goals happen, hopefully it's all good.
$11 minutes has literally flown past.
Not too many attacks on either goals, but you can definitely see both teams very, very cautious in their build-up. They've got, at this point of the season, not a lot to lose, but they obviously want to show themselves on the big occasion. Here's Matsumoto using his pace against the left fullback of Comets. Ball to the near post, just finds the side netting though.
Applauded there by Stav. That's a good move. Yohai had heaps of pace going through Athan. Unfortunately, just couldn't get that ball across. But I just have to be noticing that the Comets head coach has been talking to his bench about what he expects certain players to be doing, which is actually quite educational. It's actually nice to see. They're just not left on the bench to be cold.
Good win in the middle of the park there by Ikonomopoulos. And looking for that feed down the line. Now Welsh in the middle of the park spins. Trying to find Klassen Thomas, but can't find his feet. Launches long and Ianto looking for Klassen Thomas again, but a big aerial battle there between the 6'7" Matthew Chandler, one of the tallest players in our league. Come across last season, he's really put himself about.
I reckon Dylan wouldn't be that far off him. Be very close. They look pretty close in height.
Ball launched forward, can't find its target. And it'll be claimed by Yanni Delengas.
The coaches don't really like those straight balls hit with lots of speed. They need to be curled in or angled slightly different. So Nathan won't do that one again, probably.
Looking for a spin on that far side is Harry Thomas. Clark's in the way, but another loose pass. Gomekezwa gets pinged for the handball on the halfway line. It was probably inadvertent. I mean, I thought it hit his hip, but...
Yeah. Well, what do we know? We're from 50, at least 60 metres away. We're just getting some comments about how it's all good.
Deflected. And Vidmar's left-footed pass found well by Sakonis. Blackwood looks for the 1-2. Klassen Thomas driving forward. A lot of Comets numbers to deal with. Finds the free man. Conway. His ball to the far post. Matsumoto's there with a header. Across and Klassen Thomas finds it into Emmanuel College with that shot. But wow, what a chance that was for Birkalla. The first time they've got a foray forward with all four attackers involved. And for the young striker who's a little bit of void confidence in front of goals. I mean, he's only scored one goal in the league this season, a couple in the cup. And he's got another chance to do that in a couple of weeks in a cup semi-final. So might have the magic in that, but at the moment he's just struggling in front of goals a little bit, Theo.
Yeah, look, you probably wanted to get your body over the ball. Look, great move, great ball by Conway. I think Diorigo knocked it across. He had Blackwood and Dylan, fell to Dylan. I think Dylan probably didn't like the Emmanuel College. So he skied one into their school as payback.
Yeah, I'm not sure what school he did go to, but it wouldn't surprise me if maybe he had a bit of a rivalry between them if he's lost a couple of balls in that car park back there.
I should know. I coached him when he was in the state Sepsaza team when he was in under 12, so I probably should know that, but he has left my mind.
Here's Porter looking for a fullback there of Karkafiris. Of course, came into the team this week, scored a goal last week. I was going to say scored a penalty, actually missed his penalty, but scored the rebound header. I don't know if it was one of his first goals or why they put him on the penalty after coming on, but obviously they were very confident, and he just about was after he got the deflection right in his path.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I never forget an unnamed person at Football South Australia told me, "You watch Luka Jovanovic." I said, "Why?" And he goes, "Well, he'll shoot and he wants to hit the post so he can have another shot." That's what Luka is. Top marksman in the NPL as well.
Yeah, it was very good when he came down here, especially if he was getting down here to get minutes. He just would score 3s and 4s every game. So hopefully see more of that. I mean, Classon Thomas was another one, breakout star last year. Some rumours that he was on trial with Adelaide United as well in the off-season. Of course, he's back here at the moment, and he's got a little bit to show. But if Birkalla are on the right trajectory, they could maybe get him against the Australian Championship and put himself on a bigger stage as well. But at the moment this season, you see Park driving into the box, maybe creating a chance, deflected, and just caught there by Harpers. But as I was saying, Classon Thomas, I think before he looks at those big heights, he's probably got to settle himself in the NPL and become a double-digit goal scorer season in, season out. And I think that's where he's looking to go this year.
Yeah, let's go back to that move on Park. Park's great feet, got his head up, beat his player 1v1, got the ball across, great ball across, smashed across the ground, and the deflection landed in Harpers' hands. Might also mention, I think Mr. Harpers and his wife had a little baby girl this week, I think, so congratulations to the two of them. I saw on socials.
Very big congratulations. And Classon Thomas just crowded out there by blue and white shirts. Sakonis.
So you can forgive the goalkeeper for not being perfectly, he might be a little bit sleep deprived.
Yeah, well, it was an old English manager. What was his? I think it was it Sir Alex Ferguson say he didn't have the baby, he'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah. That
yes.
kind of parenting does not exist in this day and age.
Yeah.
It's a shared responsibility.
Ball out to Matsumoto on the far side. Drives inside and keeps it alive. Can't find the pass though, and again Comets will keep it. Definitely keeping more of the possession this half. Birkalla.
They are, and I think Comets are set up to do a fast counter.
Here's one of them, I think, as well, but the pass just loose from Gomikezwa. And they're under the pump again. It would be a tough pitch if you don't have the ball. I mean, just running and pressing and trying to close down the space will really tire you out, and tire out your joints as well. Here's Vidmar.
Well, I think the benches will both get used today. I know Stav likes to use his bench when required. If Comets chasing players for the whole game, they'll have to use their bench too. So I just would like them. I know they want to attack and transition really quickly, but can they be a little bit better playing the ball out from the back? Maybe play it centrally and then go out wide. Maybe, I'm not too sure, but they just need to keep the ball a little bit better than they have. That could be the coach's remarks at halftime.
Yeah, looking at last week as well, both coaches used all 5 substitutes in their games, so they are one to give everybody a go. And even when they're such a successful team so far, Birkalla, they had players coming off in the 60th minute last week, 54th as well, so they really give people the time, and that's what happens when you have a squad like theirs, where you have players on the bench that could start at a lot of other NPL teams in Abdullahi, Christophilos, Ibrahim. You've seen them at other clubs as well doing so well, so to keep them on the bench and they're still happy at the club, they must be doing something right.
Yeah, well Chris is, I call him a captain set piece. He's amazing, his deliveries. That left foot is very damaging, so...
Minsung Park now on the ball. Celebrated his 100th game not long ago as well. Shared a couple of pictures on social media of the various clubs he played at. Of course.
Got promoted with Westies, I think.
Yep, and he played in the NPL with Cumberland as well.
Yep.
But he's been a Comets junior and a reserve player for a while, so when he came back to the club and had the opportunity to play with him in the NPL, he's kept his role and been one of the star players for them. I mean, 90 minutes every week, and being so strong at right fullback, I'm sure he's got offers coming everywhere when he plays so well.
Don't you love it though when a young junior can come back and burst into the first team? You know, what more of a role model do you need in your club? That's a perfect role model.
Here's Vidmar. That's a Matsumoto, and Birkalla is definitely one of those clubs as well that promotes a lot of their juniors and have a lot of them come back to the club and play. I mean, Dorigo, I'm sure he must have made his first team debut here many years ago, played throughout other clubs, Adelaide City, etc. And then Yates the same, Conway the same, Sakonis is now one of those youngsters, and yeah, a lot of them coming back to their boyhood club. I think he maybe even...
Dylan, Clarkson Thomas?
Yeah, could be. I know he definitely played reserves and 18s football here, but not sure about juniors. Got a free kick now, just top of the box. Probably a bit far out to have a strike, but Clarkson Thomas is on the top of it, and if you've got a striker on the top of a free kick, I would assume he's looking for something spectacular. Goes short instead. They missed the man, and the referee has pulled it back. Waiting for his whistle to start the set piece, so they'll have to start again, and now they're going to cover that one, the Comets.
A little bit lucky. What a clever idea there by Dylan. High football IQ.
Here he goes now, Clarkson Thomas. Looks like he's shaping to shoot here. Does have the strike, and again, this one goes over the far netting. This one stayed in the grounds, though, fortunately, and Yanni Delangas lives to see another day.
Yeah, my car's safe if you continue shooting like that.
Yeah. Lujic goes long, looking for Porter. Gets the flick on, but nobody's there to help him out, and Irabon is looking for the press, and just about keeps it alive. It's still bouncing, and they're going to put it in, but it's going to be called back. The linesman's going to have a chat here with the referee. Irabona protesting his innocence, and Harpus is down here. Did he have the ball within his grasp? Two hands on it, Theo, I don't know.
I can't, that was so quick. Aladdin hunted that quickly down. Look, you'd actually have to give the benefit of doubt to the referees. They're literally right there. The linesman was right there, so if the referee made that call with the linesman talking in his ear, you'd have to say that the referee made the right call. As much as Comets didn't like it.
Yeah, and he's not having a chat with the linesman or assistant referee either, so it looks like he must be happy with his decision. He's not going to reverse it now. Irabon is still asking the question.
Yeah, I think the referee's more interested about the welfare. Head knock, you want to stop the game as quickly as you can. If it is a head knock, which I think it was, yeah, it ain't going to change the decision. Well, in my lifetime, well, except for VAR, there has not been many referee decisions that have ever changed once they've been made. So, yeah.
Play is going to be restarted here with Nicholas Harpers, it looks like, and for Comets, they're just showing now that they can get in these games and they can put the pressure on when teams are a bit lackadaisical at the back. And they've just given a warning sign there to Birkalla that they're here to play, and they can beat him as well. Of course, the last couple of games have all gone one-sided to Birkalla. The last three encounters, 3 wins for them without a goal conceded. 3-0 in the first game this year, 2-0 and 1-0 last year in the league. While in the Cup, they did lose 3-0 to Comets, the reverse fixture, and it was a bit of a surprise, that one as well. Here's Tyrese Conway now. Picks the pocket of the Comets defenders. Blackwood driving into the box, looking for a cross. Can't find it. Welsh is here, top of the box, and he's still trying to fashion a cross, it looks like. Blackwood to Welsh. Vidmar. Goes for the diagonal ball again to Matsumoto. Takes it down with ease. Matsumoto one way then the other. Can't put a cross in, but he can't win a corner either, and he's also asking the assistant for some help on that one. But again, picking the pocket there of Birkalla of Comets, and unfortunately for them, they can't make it pay off with a well-earned chance.
Yeah, it was a clearly pickpocket, and like that point that I mentioned, just a bit loose in defence about those balls, and Burks, they've got quality. They'll pick you off, and if you keep on giving them those chances, they'll take them. Might update some scores at the moment. So half-time in the State League 1 between Fulham and Olympic. Adelaide Olympic are 1-0 up at half-time. In the Apex WNPL, Salisbury Inter are 1-0 against Campbelltown. And in the State League 2 South, Western Strikers are 1-0 up against Seaford. That's a big,
Yeah, some big
result.
ones. Even that Olympic one as well. I mean, Fulham have been fantastic in the last few weeks, and also in that Cup semi-final in a couple of weeks too. So big surprise there that they're 1-0 down to Olympic. And as you said, State League 2 as well. Seaford, top of the league, losing away there at Western Strikers. I'm sure there'll be a lot of fight in that one. A couple of ex-players there, I think, of both sides. So it'll be interesting. But back alive here. The only NPL men's game tonight. Still 0-0 here. Sure there'll be a lot of coaches, a lot of players watching this game if they're all playing tomorrow. I'm sure those near Birkalla in the league and maybe even Croydon who are playing them next week would be big eyes on this game. There's a slip at the back there, and Klassen Thomas, his touch was too heavy. But again, some more slippery action at the back there for both sides, and it's Chandler this time who stumbled over his feet.
Yeah, slippery when wet. But, not only albums, but a bit of a theme on a Friday night at football. So 26 minutes in, and apart from that contentious foul, Mr. Harpers, I think Burks has probably shaded. Bar the miss by Dylan on 2 occasions, they probably feel a little bit agree that they're not at least 1-0 up.
Another poor clearance, this time finds its way out to Dorigo. Looks to put a delivery and it's low. Mavalombardis is there and he keeps it away from being a corner.
Better use it by Mav.
Porter looking to hold up against Clark. Good ball inside, good football here from Comets, but it's a bit too overplayed. Klassen Thomas, top of the box, looking to shape for a shot. And there was a snapshot as well, but got down well there was Yannick Delengas, but looking good and looking in form, and if you're a striker without goals, at least you're having shots on target. It's got to be a good thing.
Yeah, goalkeeper, good save, goalkeeper. The fact that he got the shot off with the such a short back lift and a bit of power on it, so well done, goalkeeper. But once again, they pick their pockets and they're just giving them opportunities.
Bouncing in the box, and Matsumoto might have got an errant boot to his boot, as Gomekezwa actually ducked under the ball and got a bit of misconfusion in the back lines of Birkalla, but another chance, and that was a quick throw in there by Irabana. But going back to your point.
Yeah, just the coach has got to harp on the fact that they've got to be better at playing that ball out of defence. Even if it's Sunderland style, just get the ball back to the goalkeeper and just play a bit of Route 1 football just to take that pressure so you're not conceding the ball in your defensive third, causing issues, because if you lose the ball there, it's issues.
It's a good ball in behind for Blackwood to chase. He's got Lujic there and might have come off Lujic. He'll take it out for a throw-in instead of a corner, but at the moment it looks like they are going a bit Route 1, going down those channels, and it looks like it's working off for them, especially with those 2 big target men up front there, and Klassen Thomas and Blackwood.
Yeah, they cause you some serious grief. They look like one's playing 10 and one's playing 9, but they go and play and you don't know who's running who.
Long throw in, doesn't get a flick on. Gomekezwa looks for the flick back to Irabana. He's got a few to deal with, finds the pass instead. Porter, big tackle there from Clark, does well to keep the ball as well. Looking for a pass, finds Welsh. Great tackle there from the centre back there, Jared Clark, his first season at Birkalla after moving across from FK Beograd, formerly of Croydon as well. But he's come back to the west side to suit up for Birkalla, and he's had a great centre-back partnership so far this season with Kane Vidmar, another player coming back to the NPL and coming to Birkalla. Strong side, play the football he likes. That's why he's here, I'm sure.
Yeah, look, just that ball right there, if that was at the Comets, played it on grass, it probably would have stayed on the park. But the fact that, the ball does bounce and it's, balls will fly, so the passes have to be literally centimetre perfect.
Very true. They can play a lot of quick football as well, which is something I'm sure. And we see another turnover here. Porter. Irabana was making the run, doesn't find him. Gomekezwa now. Top of the box. Has a strike, Gomekezwa. It's moving. And Harper's just got enough of his body behind it to keep it out. But another good counter-attack from the Comets, and they got the numbers forward again.
Yeah. Going forward, I'm really impressed. They look very, very dangerous. I think Jake had the ball. Alada made a brilliant run, but I think Jake got his head up a bit too late, and was a bit undecisive about that ball. But the fact that they fashioned off a shot.
Poor pass there by Clark. Porter again comes away with it. A matching poor pass in the middle of the park. Missed by Blackwood. And again, Irabona. 1v1 here with Anianto. Aladdin Irabona finds the overlap. Park. Low ball. Must have had a deflection there. And Vidmar now comes away with it. Looks for a pass forward. Klassen Thomas. Not a lot to work with. And even Vidmar's looked like he's made the overlapping run. Here he is. Top of the box. And he couldn't win the header. Still staying up there at the moment, Vidmar. And again, another errant handball there with not a lot Conway could do about it, but referee is calling them today, so you've got to switch on to that.
Yeah, lots of comedy moments from both teams, just burning that ball. Comet coaches won't be happy with that, but look, slippery conditions, and it happens under pressure.
Chandler and Mavro-Lombardos now in the middle of the park. That's a good ball forward to Irabona. Isolating. Anianto puts the ball across. And it's in from Jake Porter. Another goal from him. It just went through the hands there of Nicholas Harpus. But the away team have the unbelievable lead here.
Well, great feet by Aladdin. Got the ball across, and he hit that so crisp. I think that Harpus had a couple of bodies in front of him. He couldn't see well. He got a hand on it, but 1-0. Another Porter special.
Yeah, a couple of goals last week, Jake Porter, but he came off at half-time, so he's got another early goal in this game, and probably a lead that not many people would have expected, and they deserve it as well. They've had more chances on goal, and in the late parts of this first half, they seem to be putting all the pressure on the back line of Birkalla. So 1-0 up, the away side go courtesy of Jake Porter.
Yeah, Dylan to Klassen Thomas, he did miss one, and he'll be a little bit reflective, but he'll make up for it. He'll get another chance. So, but as you said, Comets 1-0 up, 32 minutes in.
And a fourth league goal of the season for Jake Porter. He's missed a couple of games through injury, and you could see that last week as well, but he now goes top of the Comets goal scoring charts on 4 league goals.
Wow. But
he's obviously got one in the cup as well, so he's a couple clear of Aladdin Irabona at the moment, but both players coming back to full fitness is got to be something you've got to be confident in if you're the Comets coach. Here's Blackwood trying to get them back in the game early. Conway was offside. I have to look at that goal back on replay, but it was a great connection. Left-footed strike from Jake Porter, and you could tell as soon as Aladdin Irabona got it on this right side, everybody was behind him saying, he's isolated. Took him into the box, put a excellent ball across, and fortunately there was someone there at the far post.
Yeah, and I actually thought it was the way it was hit. I thought it was actually Harry Thomas, but your eyes are clearly better than mine, and it was Jake Porter.
Well, you could have been excused for that if it's a left footer. You're thinking it might have been Harry Thomas, but I think they got the same boots out there, Porter and Thomas, so it might be hard. There's another flick on. Irabona battled out of it by Anianto that time. He's gone to ground a bit softly there, and he's stayed down as well, actually, with a head injury.
Head contact.
But a good time for Comets to relax and settle under that pressure at the moment.
Yeah, look, if Comets go in to the half-time break a goal up, they'll take that. Like Alessio just said, they've had more shots on target, and they've in the last probably 5 minutes they started dominating. So yeah, just hope Aladdin's okay. You don't ever like to see anyone down with a head knock, so I hope he's okay. Yeah, let's see what transpires over the next 10 minutes, and in red time. I might add, I've had another score update. It's a big one. In the State League 2 South, Western Strikers 2.
Jeez, very big one there. Home team game, of course. It's always going to be tough on a grass pitch, and at this point of the season with the rain this week, it might not be in the best, but yeah, it's a very tough away place to go, and to be leading that much against the league leaders is maybe the season's turning around for the Western Strikers.
Yeah. After they lost last week to Vipers, want to get back on the winning front, and 2-0 up against Seaford. Great, that's excellent.
Looks like Irabona has got his treatment. He's going to have to wait to come back on. About 10 minutes left to go in this first half, and it's probably not one that Birkalla want to remember. Not been as dominant as they usually are, and with all the possession, they haven't created too many clear-cut chances. Here's Clark now, coming out from the back.
From memory, every time I've been to this venue, they always kick towards kick towards that half. Maybe that's the cop end.
Yeah.
They use the cop as the to generate some extra support for them.
Maybe they know the balls aren't going to get stuck in the school on that side if it's shooting that way as well. Here's Comets going forward. Blackwood, top of the box, finds Anianto, and he's been booked. He's been called here for the dive, and I was going to say he was booked, but I'm not sure. He did get his body in front, but he kind of took out the legs of his opponent as well. So is that Irabona as well? He just come back on the park.
He just copped another. Yeah, it was quite unfortunate. I think he went to slide across to actually kick it in, but he took Aladdin's feet out.
Good defending though. He's just come back on the park and he's back in his box defending. It's what you expect of a captain, and he's back in this team and providing all the spark they need to push themselves out of this zone at the moment this season and maybe push a couple of teams back in it. Sturt and West Adelaide, of course, in and around that spot as well. They've got to watch out, and the Para Hills, they're just not picking up points at the moment, so I think they'll be down there for a while. But Comets, the team on the up, and Isaac Sesse, who's in charge, has got all the right talkings at the moment.
And it probably does help when a couple of players like Jake Porter do come back in and are fit. But yeah, all credit to the coach.
Clark. Good ball forward, good use of the body there by Klassen Thomas, but the pass is loose. And he's not having a good first half here, Klassen Thomas.
He was probably hoping that Jonathan would have not been so flat-footed and would have been moving with him to pass it, and probably, passed a little bit too far ahead to Urigo, and went out.
Yeah, noting from last week's game, it looked like Klassen Thomas was the one on the right side of their attack, so more centrally tonight, leading the number 9 spot in place of Soy Sakani is a bit of a different role, and I would say it's probably something more suited to him, but maybe he's just remembering those last couple of weeks when he's been out wide. There's another ball that's loose on that far right side, but he's definitely number 9 and a man to lead the charges, but at the moment he just can't link up with his 2 wide men.
Yeah, well, if you look at their front 4, they could probably play anywhere, and they probably do float around. I haven't seen them moving around as much. When Toy plays in, you actually see him picking up the ball at 6, picking up the ball at 2. He goes in lots of different places, and Blackwood sees that and he goes and plays at 9. So they don't move around as much. I think Belgrade, their front 4 move around a lot. Baselli is a master of finding those gaps and getting that ball and getting his foot on the ball. So Berks are normally like that too, but I think they've been a bit more rigid tonight.
Yeah, with probably a couple of those outs in the forward line, maybe they don't have as many to come in and make a difference. I mean, they've got Abdullahi on the bench, can play one of those wide positions too.
Who's lightning, by the way.
So maybe that's the next option they have, but otherwise they know this front 4 may be lasting a lot of part of the game, so they're going to have to work it out sometime soon. Here is Tyrese Conway, again the pass too much in front of him. Here are Bonnet and Minsung Park. Heavy touch forward. Welsh, loose pass. And Minsung Park still coming forward, looking for an option. Good bit of possession, but a bit lazy in the middle there by Alan Welsh, a player you wouldn't expect to say that about, but just going for a nutmeg in your own half on it with a back heel is probably something that's a coach killer.
Yeah, well, he Sawyer's not on the park, so he thought it'd be a bit inventive and play, but unfortunately it didn't come off. But look, Welsh will make up for it. He always works hard. Not player of the year for no reason.
3-time player of the year as well in each line of the park, defence, midfield and attack. So
must be a life member.
Well, I don't know. He must be. I looked at those criteria not long ago tonight, and I think you have to play 300 games as a male male athlete.
Well, he wouldn't have played 300, but he's definitely won enough titles.
Yeah. Well, significant sporting achievements as well.
Absolutely.
I'm sure 3 Melters is something you'd get nominated for at least anyway.
Absolutely. I think we're ticking over now to the 40th minute mark. Getting close to red zone time.
Anianto, top of the box. Doesn't score many, but he would like one against his former club, I'm sure. That's another ball for Gomakezwa to chase. Clark is there with him. He'd do well to see this over the sideline, but he has to nudge it out for a throw-in.
It's well pressured in by Gildas. Chase the ball over the top, put some pressure on Clarkey.
Ball in at the far post. Harpers is there to claim and looking to throw it early, but the run wasn't there from Conway. Here's Welsh and Anianto. Conway now with a bit of space to run into. Looks for the pass. Excellent the touch from Klassen Thomas too. Defended out well there by Ikonomopoulos. Still going as well, the midfielder. Looking up for a strike, maybe even a pass, but he goes a safe option and keeps it.
You could see him there. He was heading his head up. He was thinking about having a shot, wasn't he?
Well, I remember him as a striker not long ago, and he was scoring goals from like that outside the box. Even I think it was at Service FM where he scored a fantastic volley. As we see, almost Porter getting in there again, but he's now turned into a more defensive midfielder. Has Ikonomopoulos, and he's doing well.
Striker.
Oh, one of the top scorers in the State League One, his brother, yeah.
Yep. So maybe he thought his brother for a second.
Yeah.
Going to chip the keeper.
Well, on this park, I've seen a lot of halfway goals. I remember Johnny Yule here against Birkalla, or Olympic maybe not long ago. Now the foul there on Anianto.
The Burks bench look nice and relaxed. They don't look too frustrated at the moment. Apart from those about a 5-minute burst by Comets, I actually think Burks have been a little bit better and created probably a good clear-cut chance. But, you know, going to red zone time pretty soon, so let's see if Burks can get that equaliser. Comets really want to hold on and not concede.
Looks like it's the youngster Sakonis over the top of this set piece. I saw his coach directing him to take it as well, so he must have something in his locker from set pieces that he can really put one on a dime.
Yeah, Nathan could probably get a cheeky one here. But
good deep ball. Clark's there with a free header, bouncing. And a great save there by Delengas to keep his side ahead of this game. But a free header there from Jared Clark. I don't think he got the connection he would have wanted, but you can see why Sakonis is on those set pieces. What a ball.
Yeah, excellent ball. And you know what? If that had fallen to Blackwood, do you reckon we would have been 1-0 now?
He probably has more of an attacking threat than Clark, and he knows how to find the net no matter what. But Clark got a good header on it and a good save there. Bouncing is always difficult for a keeper as well. Left-footed this time. That far post again, Welsh. Bicycle kick, and didn't have as much power on it, and Delengas will try and go early, but Matsumoto reads it with ease. Welsh. The players are still there at the far post, but his delivery can't help him out. Dorigo, poor touch.
He's just trying to make that yard of space.
Welsh looking for another ball. Can't clear at the moment, the Comets. Anianto, his ball. Still alive here. Falling. George Blackwood looking for the spinning scissor kick.
That must be the art room at Emmanuel College, because everyone doesn't like art. Well, I never did. So maybe they're trying to target the art room.
So another chance goes begging for one of the attackers of Birkalla. And one that you wouldn't expect not to even find the target there was George Blackwood. Definitely a difficult chance to deal with, bouncing and on the spin. But at the moment, they just can't keep him down. And Delengas will take as long as he can with this goal kick as we reach almost the halfway mark. Good win there from Conway. Dorigo.
It's better use of the ball.
Conway drives inside, looking for an option. Not many on this right side. He's got Welsh and Matsumoto on the overlap. Matsumoto. It's a good ball to the far post. Deflected. Dorigo. And his shot is deflected as well. Gome Keswa. Irabona doing well against three on this side. Irabona. He's got a free man on the left there in Jake Porter. Puts it right into his path. Porter's touch. There's the strike. Deflected. Doesn't get a second opportunity, but another good chance there for Comets on the break.
And going back, you'd have to say Burks missed another opportunity, but it's prevalent. But maybe we have to give credit to Comets' defence. They're getting their bodies in the right space. They're making those headers. Maybe in the first half of the year they were just that half a yard off, or just weren't backing themselves that much. So, got to give credit to the Comets' defence. Actually, the whole team.
Here's Blackwood, bit of space to turn. Finds Conway. Got a couple of white shirts to deal with, not a lot of room to go into. That's a better ball in the box, left by the Comets players. And Matsumoto will find it back to Klassen Thomas. Turns well. Lays it back. Sakonis. Into the keeper's hands. On target. But the youngster gets the applause from the home side.
Yeah, as a coach, you're frustrated if your team's not creating. They are creating. Are they scoring? No, but when your team's creating, then you can hopefully get that goal.
Parker Ferris finds the free man there. Mavrolambardos, his touch is loose, as is Conway, and that's a late challenge there by Jake Porter. Going to pick up the first booking of the day here against Yohei Matsumoto. Must have raised the studs there as he went in for the sliding tackle. Obviously, Matsumoto got ahead of him there, and he just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, it's a surprising loose touch by Anthony Mav. His touch is normally brilliant.
Anianto can't find a pass, trying to pass through Arabona there. Blackwood and Park battling out. Still going, Park gets under the ball, it's deflecting and staying in here. Conway does well, but he will lose the throw on the far side. Looks like they are moving about now. You can see Johnny Dorigo is the top of that diamond, and maybe Klassen Thomas has moved back to the right.
Yep, I like it. I like it.
Gomakezwa, good flick. Irabona pulls out of that one as Vidmar's head comes in the way. Sakonis, Klassen Thomas. Advantage, says the referee, as Blackwood's on the attack. Cuts inside. Blackwood looks for the bounce. Conway, bit of space to shoot. Tyrese Conway. And again, they can't trouble the goalkeeper. Another chance goes begging for the home side as Tyrese Conway blazes over with acres of space in the top of the box. But they're getting closer, Birkalla, and they're getting really confident in front of goals.
Yeah, let's say you picked it right then. They rotated a little bit. I think Dylan's gone out to the right. They're creating opportunities. It's just that final product that they've got to work on to actually work the keeper a bit more. I think if they'll work the keeper, get it on target, they might find themselves a bit of joy. Just got to get that ball on target. It sounds easy from here, as always. Let's see if they can make it count.
Dorigo, great touch to Blackwood. Klassen Thomas, they're very outnumbered here at the moment, Birkalla, but they'll do well to keep it. Dorigo got the overlap. Opts to go central. Sakonis. Back to Welsh. It's a good move. Dorigo can't fancy the shot, and Welsh was played behind. Gomakezwa. There's a foul off the ball there maybe from Thomas. Just going to hold it up here, and Vidmar with a good tackle, and referee says nothing doing. That's the halftime whistle here in this round 12 fixture. And surprisingly, the Comets lead at halftime. 1 goal to the good, courtesy of Jake Porter. We'll join you for the second half. Don't go anywhere.
When I see that goal, though, I couldn't think of a word to say when I was like, it's unpredictable. They were 1-0 up. So like it was. Don't ask me about the game. I didn't watch the second. Sorry? Don't ask me about the game. I didn't watch the second. Are you still recovering from your training sessions a little bit? No, I've been recruiting. I've been on the recruiting spree. I've signed 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 players tonight. Yeah. Yes. I've announced 1. Yeah. Wait, I thought that was the biggest one. And there's potential other ones. I'm buzzing.
G'day, Hamish here, reminding you everyone has a right to get home safe. There's no text, lost snack, backseat argument or hair emergency that's worth taking your eyes off the road for a moment. This is going to sound crazy, but not even a French fry. Keep your eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and choose not to drive when you're tired, upset or under the influence. Pull over if you need to. And why not take a sec to pledge to drive so others survive? But again, later, when you get home.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build, or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability, and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Drama seemed inevitable, didn't it? It's George Blackwood again.
And if you're watching the Burks game, they have a habit of scoring a late goal. It's a second. He switches it, finds Styles in some space. Styles on his left, hits it, and it's in! Styles makes it 2-0. With the 52nd minute recorded. Styles in ages of space. Good shot in. Lorenzo Maselli makes it 2-1. And the numerical advantage pays off a little bit. 1 hour gone here.
I think the thing that most people don't realise about being a referee is how much we train. We often train twice a week as a group. Then we have coaching sessions where we go through videos and look back at past few weeks. And then any of the outside of training stuff that we do, like our gym work and watching matches back and all that. All the extra time outside of match days are the big things for us. What makes it more than just blowing a whistle is understanding football and all the different layers of football, and then adding on top of that we then have to be impartial and understand the emotion of football, and then find that balance between understanding the emotion and then understanding the laws. I've had a few grand finals that I've been lucky to be a part of, and in those kind of games with the crowds and the energy, I can just tell that the football match that's going on is so entertaining, and that I'm lucky to have one of the best seats in the house for it.
Hop in.
Where are we going?
There are so many career paths with SAPOL, from operations to CSI. You can walk the beat or work somewhere a little quieter. If you want to make a difference, there's a career at SAPOL for you.
Hey, it's gonna be all right.
Call off the search.
Find where you belong in blue. Search SAPOL Careers.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
So the Youth Club Championship, we've designed a structure where the under 13s, under 14s, under 15s and 16s all compete together as one club. They'll play at the same venue, they'll play one after each other. It allows the technical director to be at the venue to help educate and look after the coaches, and also there's a focus on player development.
Players are now knowing where they are at and the pathway to follow each year. If they continue with the YCC, they should be in a position where they can go into senior football. It's a lot clearer around the steps they need to take to keep tracking as a player.
We've created an additional YCC training session or seminar night. All the players involved had the opportunity to do an extra additional skills session development plan, and we had Adrian Stanter coming in to talk about how to become a more professional player from a younger age.
The fact that as a club we are investing heavily in the juniors to ensure that we're putting those tools in place that the YCC is wanting from us, that's certainly bringing around some benefits to the club and to junior development across the board.
Everyone's trying to obtain points for their club, but also with a strong focus on how do we create a competition where players can play against like players.
The one thing I have noticed is it's been a bit more focused on getting the balance right. So, you know, trying to keep the best teams playing against each other throughout the entire year and not having this big disparity between one team or another, one club or another.
So what it has allowed us to do is have quality games every week, which has benefited the competition and given the girls a chance to sort of understand what it's like to play at that elite level. While development is a good focus, the YCC does bring out the aspect of results as well, which helps find that balance for players to transition to senior football.
So I think with the YCC structure now in place, there's become a better level. and with a better level, there's been higher intensity within our sessions, and that's allowed for greater development in terms of a player, technically, tactically, and that's given them the best chance to keep improving their game.
Yeah, look, I think there's certainly brought around a lot of excitement to the club on YCC Day. The club's buzzing. A lot of the parents and players really enjoy seeing the kids play, and what is really now an elite pathway in junior football in our state.
Something that resonated with me right on the onset was about connecting a budding footballer with the right coach with the right club, and the right club being part of the right football environment. So the YCC tells me that this has been a fantastic implementation by Football South Australia.
Still in the box, and it's another goal!
Yeah. Where was it?
On the roof.
Was it on the roof?
Yeah, that's where I went. It was raining, it was kind of awful with that.
Okay. I don't think there's been any changes.
Almost ready here for the second half as the players have made their way back onto the park. It looks like there's no substitutions from either side there at the break. Apologies for those back home as well. The goal scorer of tonight was Harry Thomas. That first goal for the Comets coming in that first half. The left-footed strike was from the favoured left foot of the left winger tonight, and it wasn't to Jake Porter. So we are back underway here. Birkalla looking to get themselves back on level terms. And of course they trail against the informed Comets. Undefeated at the moment under their new coach, Isaac Sesse. He's got the role to the end of the season, but as you know, across the leagues like Michael Carrick, you might give it to him for the next couple of years if he does so well and keeps him in the league.
I did respect you a lot, but then you had to mention that club.
Well, some people think it's the right decision, some people think it's the wrong, and we'll see how they go. It's a lot more pressure when you have to do it from the start of a season and for a season permanently as well. So we'll see how they go, and we'll see how they go under Isaac Sesse. I mean, they've got to lose at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah, they will.
You never know.
You never know. You can go undefeated, and I hope halfway through the NPL, through the EPL next year, the copper singing Carrick's at the wheel.
Yeah. It's a ball far post, looking for Alan Welsh. Doesn't get his head on it, and he'll go out again for a throw-in.
Look, you can't begrudge the coach. He's undefeated the last three. 1-0 up against league leaders. They've had a good, they're coming in. Let's see how this second half eventuates, but it's been a bit of a chilly night as well, I might add. I always look at the wind condition. And the flags, the corner flags aren't moving, so perfect night for football.
Looks like some scores around the grounds as well. Adelaide Olympic now 3-0 up over Fulham. While elsewhere, Salisbury into women 2-0 up over Campbelltown.
Wow.
Adelaide Comets women 2-0 up over Adelaide Uni.
Probably Chrissy Penagaris and Rojas have scored a couple of goals there.
Yeah. Don't know if the goal scorers they're not in yet, but see how that pans out.
Western Strikers?
Didn't see them there.
They were 2-0 up at half time.
They are 3-0 up now.
Wow. Okay.
They've started the second half and they've scored another goal. 3-0 up over Seaford. So a big result there. Making it much more. And Olympic, another goal. 4-0 up over Fulham. Massive result there in the State League 1. Olympic get themselves back up in amongst the top 6, and Fulham not getting some good form coming into their crucial cup game.
Yeah, I was having a chat to Steph Matteo, who's back from injuries and playing with Olympic, and he said, "Oh, big game tonight. We have to do very well against Olympic there." Fulham, against Fulham, they're a really good team. So yeah, 4-0 up. Well, you take that.
Another foul there.
Yeah, we have to tell Athan that we're not playing.
Yeah.
We don't need the match ball.
Good clearance, but free kick now for Birkalla.
In a very dangerous position here.
It'll be Sakonis who will take on the set pieces in the first half. He had a couple of great deliveries. This time he's right on the edge of the box here, looking to float one in like a cross, and he's got a few at the back post looking to be the one to meet it. Here is Sakonis, goes low, right into the wall. Klassen Thomas looking to find room for a shot. Still Klassen Thomas. Vidmar chips it back post. Conway. Welsh, and they look for the 1-2 there. Conway will keep it alive. Offside looking to be called, but they're going to play it around.
How did Dylan keep the ball in that tight space? That's amazingly young.
Conway's stayed on side, looking to put it across. Deflected, and it's still alive. Turns Vidmar, and Dorigo now tries to shoot. Still going. Welsh puts a ball in. And there's the goal. Who else but George Blackwood? We can't get this goal scorer wrong. He's done it 10 times this season, and he's got him back in the game. George Blackwood with an excellent flick. Put his side back in the game. Minutes after the second half restart, Theo. What a start.
Yeah. That call was all you. You read that. How did that ball not go in previously? It was like backs to the wall defended by Comets, but they kept on knocking, and finally that door's been knocked down. Beautifully called by you, and once again, Mr. Blackwood delivers. Beautiful touch across the body. Goalkeeper had no chance from that distance. 1-1, 49th minute.
The pressure paid off there. They just couldn't clear their lines after that corner. Kept it alive. Birkalla excellently on that left side. Kept playing, kept keeping it alive. Welsh was alert to the danger and put a great ball in, and the two elder statesmen here at Birkalla teaming up there for an equaliser. And now Birkalla are well in this game and started the second half with ample pressure. It's George Blackwood's 12th goal of the season in all competitions. Of course, 2 in the cup. And he'll be able to add to that tally in a couple of weeks' time on a Wednesday night at Service FM Stadium.
Yeah, and a friend texted in, I might mention in Dave Tassotti, he mentioned to me, he said, "Theo, please mention that Burks have scored 8 goals in the 87th plus minute this year." So I added that in for you, Dave. So I'll go back and check that stat. I hope you are correct. They also scored in the first 5 minutes of the second half, which is really important. Coaching bench will be very relieved that they've got a goal. I probably thought that wasn't going to come, but look, this team towards the Cop end, I called it, towards Anzac Highway Cop, score again. How are Comets going to react with this? We shall see. Yeah, Harry Thomas there would have liked to have passed in front of Aladdin, who'd actually made a really good run and created some good space. Got 9 degrees of separation from his defender. Burks once again being very, very patient in their build-up, choosing and picking their moments. Commentator's curse once again, wasn't patient right then, but yeah, really good start by Burks. They literally have Comets absolutely on the back foot.
Clark now coming out the back for Birkalla. Conway on the left side looking to float across in. That's a good ball as well. Chandler's in the way and just about getting the clearance now, Lujic, but the pressure is mounting for Birkalla. And they're just launching him into the box. Conway tries to take it past Park, but he's stopped in his tracks and now cleared. Porter this time coming away with the ball. Irabono, he's got a free man on the left side. He's been stopped in his tracks and the referee's not paid advantage.
Gildas was doing some sidestepping to make sure he wasn't offside. Just couldn't get that ball through. There was a foul called earlier back, so Comets restart play. Good idea by Damien, but I think just a little bit too heavy. Maybe his number 9, Gildas, wasn't on task with that one.
Vidmar now coming out in the centre of defence. And the untaught looking for a ball for Klassen Thomas. Beats the defender to it, but his chip is too high and he's just not got it right all night, Theo, at the moment. But with the pressure mounting for Birkalla, hopefully his fortunes will change. But he's getting him behind, and the indecisiveness of the defence of Comets is really struggling to deal with him at the moment.
I would have said third time lucky, but that's not working for him tonight. So just keep on knocking in that door as a striker, and hopefully you get another chance. He's working hard, which is what a coach would like him to do.
Gomekezwa looks for the outside of the football, but Clark's there to pick him off. Matsumoto, I think he's taken it over the sideline there. It looks like the assistant referee has seen it as well.
We must also make mention of there is actually a really good crowd here.
Well, it's a standalone game in the NPL. There's obviously a couple of State League games going around the place, one in State League 1, one in State League 2 as well. But yeah, there's no expectation to be anywhere else. There's obviously WNPL as well, you've got to mention. But yeah, one of the standalone games in the NPL, you'd hope to see a good crowd here as well. And of course, as you said, a lot of people will be looking at this Birkalla team as one to beat this season. So I'm sure they'd be out looking to scout how they play and how they can pick them off. Here's Comets trying to do that. Ikonomopoulos does well out the midfield. Good ball in behind. Gomekezwa. Now he's got Porter at the far post. Looks for him. Keeper's there and he slips Porter at the vital moment as he tried to wheel his way back into play to put that in. And now Birkalla on the counter.
And there's that invisible player tripping players over all over the park.
Well, that one is quite visible there by Dorigo as he fouls Damian Lujic as he comes out from the back. But wow, this game is just end-to-end at the moment. It's like a basketball game. I mean, both teams are having a lot of chances in front of goals, but the goalkeepers, you've got to say, they're keeping their teams in it.
Yeah, must be amazing viewing at home because it's all the people on the sidelines are clearly on their toes, really enjoying this great match.
Dorigo looking for the runner. He finds Klassen Thomas, but in the way there was Chandler.
He did it all right. Made that space. That ball fizzed in by Dylan was like hyper speed.
Big tackle in the middle of the park, and I think it's going to go the Birkalla way. Both coaches are up in arms about which way it's going, and Gomekezwa is the one to pick up the booking. Sakonis didn't seem like he was arguing the case too much, but they'll win the free kick there, Birkalla.
Yeah, I think because Gildas slid in, and that when he initially slid in, his leg was high, but he did drop it down when he made that tackle. It was clear a foul. The referee saw it as a yellow card. Guys, you're not going to change the referee's decisions. Put it down. Okay, leave that to supporters. Let's see what happens. Gildas will be fine. He won't get a touch wood. He won't get a red. He's actually having a bit of a joke with Taconis at the moment now. So they're sharing Instagram accounts. So what's yours? I'll give you a like, man. Sorry for that tackle. That's what it would be. Taconis saying, I don't know if I want to let you have it. We'll see how we go. If we take 3 points tonight, I'll let you have it.
Looks like we may
Early
be
sub.
looking for a sub here. I don't know. No one's warming up. It looks like it's Matsumoto. Maybe he's taking his gloves off.
Probably coming off. I know.
Don't know what he's waiting for, what we were waiting for there, but Joe Clark puts the ball into the box. Defensive header.
He's won a lot of those.
Klassen Thomas. Clark deals with that, the bouncing ball. Now he's looking to put another delivery in himself. Whips it in behind, and unorthodox clearance there by Karkafiris. And now we are going to see a double substitution here for Birkalla, and maybe one of them is going to be Matsumoto, as he was the one who looked like he was making way before. It's not.
Dorigo.
It's going to be Dorigo and Conway. And they're going to be replaced by Abdullahi. I think that's Brody Everett. Of course, another one of those cup heroes there, Brody Everett. A couple of goals in the cup so far this season. He played a couple of games in the NPL now, been on the bench quite a lot, so he's come on at a vital moment in this game. 60th minute, we said both coaches like to use their bench, and Conway and Dorigo finding their way into the team. Dorigo this week and Conway over the last couple, being replaced by a couple of youngsters now. A couple of exciting players as well. Here's Klassen Thomas and Yanto. Here's Abdullahi. Puts a ball in early, chested out by Min Sung Park, and finally cleared there.
Yeah, my first game doing Burks with Taubes, I said, what's this Abdullahi? I've never seen him before. And he goes, I said, what's he like, Taubes? He said, quick. And then I saw him chase someone down. I said, he's not quick, mate. He's lightning.
Abdullahi puts the ball in. He's, of course, also represented the Somali national team as well.
Okay.
And he's a very good player. Played for Cumberland previously. Played for Mowbray Jets, I believe, last season. And very, very skillful player, I would say, even more than quick. He's just so skillful. I think I remember a game at Carigna Reserve when they were in the State League, and he rainbow flicked Michael Moroney. Another foul here in the middle of the park. And
yeah, good move by Harry Thomas. Just got by Yoha. Yoha had his arm a little bit high and just brought Harry down. But good feet there by Mr. Harry Thomas.
And now we're going to see, it looks like a couple of substitutions for the Comets as well. Isaac Sese has looked like he's going to go to the bench. A couple of subs here.
I think it's
Dorsey and Politis. Yeah.
Or Phil Spadavecchio. Not too sure. We'll see when the numbers when they come on.
Both of them actually scored against Birkalla in their win for Comets against Birkalla in their cup win last season. 3-0, the first time they beat him in a couple of years there. And both of them were on the score sheet. Abdullahi looking to put a ball in the box. Blackwood lets it bounce and finally cleared by Mavro Lombardos. Interesting history between these two. I was looking through the last few meetings since 2014, and only 5 wins for Adelaide Comets in those 13 years, and most of the time they were in the higher division.
Wow. Okay.
Or they've been in this division for the longest time, and Birkalla had been in and out. So here's Abdullahi, goes in and out against Irabano on the far side, but his touch is heavy. But yeah, over the last couple of games, Birkalla 10 wins and 2 draws since 2014 against the Comets. Comets only 5 wins in that time as well, and that was a lot of the time in that 2020, 2022 kind of years.
Yeah, and it's Jake Dorsey. It looks like he's coming on, number 7. You called it.
Looks like he is ready to make his way onto the park. 1 league goal this season, Jake Dorsey, but very...
And Politis is coming on as well.
Very dangerous young attackers. Can play all over the front line as well, so we'll see where they come on. Of course, a couple of those Comets players coming into the lineup this week or coming back from injury as well, so I'll probably assume maybe Thomas and Porter are the 2 to make way. But we'll see how that pans out. Maybe one of the midfielders too might make their way off. But here's Birkalla.
Another good young man, Panayoti Politis. I coached him in the under-12s. Is another outstanding talent. Good boy too. Works very, very hard. If not, his father would give him a side kick to the head.
Klassen Thomas. Here's Abdullahi. Bit of space to run into now. He's got Irabona to deal with. Welsh switches the point of attack. The free man here. Matsumoto, good touchdown. There it is from Klassen Thomas, still alive. And there's the goal. And it's young Brody Everett as well who's got it. We said he was a cup hero, and now it looks like he's a cup hero in the league. He scored the second goal here for Birkalla, and he's got them in the lead. And we thought that move was over, but it just about stayed in. And it's young Everett, the super sub, who makes a name for himself here. 2-1 up. The home team go. They're on their way to come back in this game.
Yeah, look, you know what? That was a great move. And I actually thought it was a goal from here, but you must credit goalkeeper. Great save. How he got across there. Unfortunately, Abdullahi's speed got that ball across, and Burks make it 2.
And all that before the substitution for Comets. Now they'll be able to make it. And it was those 2, like I mentioned, Thomas and Porter, who are going to make way. Of course, the aforementioned Thomas got things underway here early in that first half with a goal. And now the 2 youngsters are going to come on and try and get themselves back in this game. But the subs have worked for Birkalla at the moment. We thought it was going to be the end of the drought for Klassen Thomas, but right place, right time, and Everett is finding his feet in senior football.
Yeah. Let's see what Comets can actually do, because like Comets were heads up, 1-0 up, but Burks, they're not top for a reason. They're not top for a reason. They Stab probably will have nice quiet chats. Look, we're knocking the door, but we actually haven't kicked it over yet, so let's get some back in. They clearly have done it. Now, can they hold? Can they find another one?
Mavrolambardos, it's a good ball to Irabona, his touch. Sakonis is in the way. Again, Sakonis' deflection has won it for Birkalla. Blackwood going forward now. And they push up the pitch as Delengus launches long.
So do you think Comets may change shape now being 2-1 down? What would you be doing if you were a coach? Keep the same? Don't change shape yet? Maybe.
Yeah, I think their formation and their tactics have worked the whole game so far, playing on the counter, and you can tell maybe it's going to eventuate to a goal. You just got to be a bit better at converting those chances. I think with the 2 attackers they brought on, Dorsey and Politis, both goal scorers in their own right, so they could be the ones to create the spark. But I think for Birkalla now, they're going to have to try and slow this game down and prove why they're the better team on the ball, and maybe see what they can do on the break themselves. We see a bit of a foul there off the ball on Politis.
That was Mav, I think.
It's a good touch there. Park still going past one and another. Finally gets tackled, and I think the referee might have been in the way there as Mavrolambardos wins it. But I think you've got to see a bit more lift from their senior players here, Comets, at the moment. I haven't really seen a lot of Irabona in this second half, and obviously Mavrolambardos and Ikonomopoulos are battling out in the middle of the park too, but they just haven't really opened things up for the away side, and I don't think they've really created too many chances as midfielders to try and split the gaps to get people involved.
And outside of the ball, passed by Mav, unfortunate there. But this is when Burks are actually very dangerous as well. You leave a couple of gaps as well, and they'll pick a pocket. Now they've smelt some goals.
Clear over the far side and straight out. But as you can hear from the coach, Isaac Sesse, he was saying, got to get under it. I mean, the second balls haven't won one all night at the moment. And they're just allowing Birkalla to get more and more in this game and stamp their mark on this as well.
It's clearly a game of work rate. And not to say that Comets have dropped off their work rate. I just think maybe Burks are 2 to 3% or 5% more, working harder and using the ball a bit more effectively.
Launch long to the far post. He was there in a strike from Blackwood. It looks like it must have been deflected because somehow it's gone out for a corner. But Clarkson Thomas, again, he kept it alive. Props to him there, but he maybe looked to have the strike instead. But those far post balls at the moment are just impossible to deal with from the Comets. And Birkalla are just getting more and more into this game. And the more they get chances, the more goals just get sucked into that side, as you said, in second halves.
I have to check in with Stav at the end of the game and see, has Dylan run over a cat or something?
Clearance there by Dorsey, only as far as Matsumoto. Puts it onto his left and he'll go out the other side now.
Yeah, his luck's gone past him this week. There's lots of time for him to get that goal.
Here he is, Clarkson Thomas goes for the unselfish cutback when he maybe should have had the strike instead, and Abdullahi couldn't get it under. Welsh. Anianto, far post again. This is for Clarkson Thomas. Blackwood nods it down, the header in front of the goalkeeper and finally cleared there by Anthony Karkafiris, but the bubbling ball in the air like a tennis match is just impossible to deal with.
Yeah, look, you know what? Dylan hasn't scored, but his work has been exceptional. You cannot begrudge him. And he's getting in the right positions. He's just doing everything except scoring. So, like you said then, he was in a really good position. He probably should have fired one away, but had second thoughts. Don't begrudge him. And we go again. They're just waiting for the ball to come down. Kind of a special set piece Burke's going to give us now. Maybe a typical run to the front post. Or get one right on the goalkeeper's head.
Looks like it was Welsh who got up there. Maybe hit the back of the Comets' head. It'll be another corner on the far side.
You probably, when you're delivering a set piece against Comets, you probably want to try and keep it away from Chandler. He does have that height advantage over most of the players in the park.
Ball goes central again. It's almost found the head there of Blackwood. And it looks like there's a foul on the goalkeeper as he's down. I'm not sure if it's a head injury, but he is down for the time being.
Yeah, well done, Burks. Just they could have clearly got the ball in and made it really hard, but the referee blew the whistle. And not too sure what kind of contact it was there, but once again, you don't like seeing when players go down, especially when the trainer has to come on. Is he holding his shoulder? Or is he holding his head? His hip? He's injured. Theo, let the trainer sort it out. You're clearly not a trainer. Yeah, while there's a bit of a break in play, we might give you a bit of an update in some scores. Go around the grounds. I can tell you that in the State League 1, Olympic have won 4-0 against Fulham. It's a huge result there, and that result probably puts now Olympic in second place with 2 games more than Modbury, but 1 point behind, and moves Fulham to 4th. That's a big result. In the NPL, Salisbury Inter had a 2-0 win against Campbelltown away from home. I'm not going to guess you there. Strikers are currently 4-0 up against Seaford. That's a huge result there. And the Adelaide Comets women are 2-0 up against Adelaide University. Goals by Chrissy Panagaris once again, and Emily Hazelwood. Yeah, Comets currently sitting in 3rd spot. Uni are currently sitting in 7th. But as Alessio has alluded to many times tonight, we are the standalone NPL men's game tonight. There are probably some people watching online. Got a good crowd at the ground watching. Unfortunately, Delingus is down at the moment. I haven't seen the trainer call to say that he's going to come off, which is probably a good sign. I can't see the reserve goalkeeper and if they're warming up or not. They do have some other players.
I think he's there. Johnny Tremonton, who's an experienced goalkeeper himself, but they must be quite happy to know that he must not be too injured there. Delangus.
Good to see that he's back on his feet and going to continue.
Look, good to see as well. He's back between the sticks. I mean, throughout the year so far, they've changed between the two of them. Both of them have first team starting experience as well. So it's good to see them try and stick with one and see it out. And when you're the goalkeeper in the winning run, I guess it's hard to drop you. So it's good to see for him. Good win there by Gomakezwa. Dorsey tries to play it into his path, and he'll get there as well. Very quick. He's Gomakezwa, and he's got the quick feed as well. Goes past Matsumoto, but he's stuck there with two. Mavrolambardos. Dorsey. Still going Dorsey. Past a few. Finds the spare man. Gomakezwa.
Very clever.
Can't get in front of Sakonis, and he's done well there, the youngster again, Sakonis. He's obviously come into the lineup this week and has had some experience fleetingly throughout the season, but he's been one of the star men in that midfield, and he's probably not put a foot wrong so far.
Yeah, well, it's hard man to replace. Yatesy is excellent, very experienced, an absolute rock in that Burks midfield. Wins lots of challenges, gets a lot of free kicks. Hard act to follow, but he's done very well tonight.
Ball into the box, cleared there by Welsh. Right into the path there of Klassen Thomas. He'll keep it alive. He's probably got a similar look to Yates as well. The long hair, the headband, the low socks. So
maybe that's his hero.
Maybe the coach just saw a like for like and said, "Oh, you could be my Yates this week," and he's done fantastic. So here they go, Birkalla. Klassen Thomas drives past again. Good win there by Mavrolambardos. Irabona tries to feed in Politis. Looks to put a delivery in. Can't beat the first man, and now Abdullahi.
But that's what we want to see. We want to see Aladdin getting on the ball as much as we possibly can. Panayotti had a chance to get that ball across there, but chose to probably get the ball at the top of the box when he had plays in the box, probably at the back post. He could have delivered there. It's a dangerous move here by Burks. Still on the right side.
Here's Klassen Thomas. Takes a pass through the nutmeg of the Comets defender.
Jake tried to get up with Gildas, but Gildas made a run in a slightly different direction. The angle was slightly off, and Burks retrieved the ball. Look a bit patient.
Referee's paid that one. And he's going to give the coach actually a talking to after a couple of decisions maybe gone against his side.
Yeah, there's spectators getting quite angry on the sideline, and you know the referee's got good control.
You can see Matsumoto there, right in front of the Comets bench, just giving him a smile there. They're trying to say he's laughing, ref, he's taking the piss out of you, but and now he's up, ready to take the free kick. Look at him go, yeah, right in front of them. This is going to end up, if it comes on this side again, very interesting. But now, Birkalla, top of the box, Blackwood with a strike. And they give a late handball there, but he had the time to have a shot and he didn't get it on target.
Yep, the locals on the sideline getting quite animated. Yohai's having some one-to-one having chats to them. Yeah, like you said, Alessio, if Comets do happen to equalise, I know where some of the remarks will come to and in what direction.
Looks like there's a sub getting ready here as well for Comets. I think it's Cameron Hayes. Started at left back last week. He's going to play for the remaining 15 minutes of this game. Going to be a like-for-like sub for the player who replaced him, and he comes off to a good applause as well. A lot of the fans here are big fans of Athan.
So a 76-minute shift. Get some fresh legs in, bombing up and down that left-hand side.
Flick there by Irabona. Just cleared by Vidmar. Great turn there by Park, but he's beaten to it by Abdullahi.
Some sustained pressure is what Comets required in their final third, or at least in their half. Get Burks on the back foot. Burks won't be in any rush to take anything here. They're clearly worked hard and they've got a goal advantage playing at home. Got a couple of the ultras walking past us saying hello. The under sixes probably.
Clark, good ball forward to Welsh. He puts it in front of Klassen Thomas. Here's Klassen Thomas again. Finds the feet of Blackwood. Still going, Klassen Thomas. Stuck under his feet, and now Welsh will take it off. Abdullahi. 1v1. Forgets the ball for a second, but now he's got it. Goes 1v1 looking for a cross. Can't find it. Sakonis does well under the pressure.
Abdullahi's issue is that he's on that same side. He's got Park and Aladdin that are lightning as well. So, but he's probably a little bit fresher than they are.
Looked like there was an asking the question there by the Birkalla fans of a pull shirt there by Klassen Thomas as he puts pressure here on Damian Lujic. That one is again Brody Everett, sorry. Thought his shirt was tugged as well, and now they're changing a little bit around. Isaac Sesse, I think he's put Dorsey in the middle and maybe sending a few more forward, I think.
Yeah, he could be playing maybe two up top, maybe change shape a little bit. Bit direct, there's too straight of a ball by the goalkeeper.
Delengus launches long. Good win there by Clark. Klassen Thomas, I don't know.
Defenders hate those long balls.
Heading them, especially on a cold night like this, a rock hard ball, it's not going to be one that you want to feel. That's a good touch. Welsh into the path of Klassen Thomas. Goes 1v1. Hayes does well though to beat him out. Dorsey.
Dylan seemed to have got the ball stuck in his feet there. But once again, Burks, when they move forward, they're very dangerous. They move like a well-oiled machine. Blackwood has a lot to do with it. So, yeah, let's see how the next 11 minutes pan.
First time ball there by Klassen Thomas. He saw the run there of Blackwood, but just overhit it. But again, a good win in the middle of the park by Sakonis, and he found the ball early.
Coach Alessio, what would you be doing now with 10 minutes to go? Clearly you've changed shape. What else would you be doing?
If I was Comets, I mean, I would be pushing for an equaliser. They don't have to win this game. They've just got to keep getting points. Obviously had the lead, and now they're facing a Birkalla team with all kinds of confidence. So I think they've just got to slow them down and maybe get under the skin of Birkalla like this. Just beat him under the pressure when they're feeling a bit too confident on the ball and try and edge yourself back into the game. But it's going to be very difficult. They've got a very experienced side out there, Birkalla. And for Comets, they obviously don't know too many wins this season, so I don't think they've had actually many comebacks either. So if they had to get a couple goals back in this game, I think it would take a big effort.
Conversely, I would actually get them to... I'll stop talking. I'll get them to mark every single Burks player so that no Burks player is free. And I would sacrifice a defensive player.
Oh, just about. The header finds Delengus. I don't think Chandler saw the two players pressing Matsumoto and Everett there, but fortunately for the goalkeeper, he has enough Gorilla Glue in those gloves tonight, and it's stuck to his hands.
I actually paused there because I saw something that was a bit interesting, so I thought, I'm not going to steal Alessio's thunder there. Yeah, I would sacrifice the defender and put an extra man in the middle of the park just to get that ball.
No foul there. And Comets will come away. Irabona tries to feed Politis, but it's just dragged a bit too much. We might see another substitution here. Another youngster, one of those players who came into the squad, it looks like, for Comets tonight. We'll get to that when it comes to it. But Abdullahi now is on the far side. Not got a lot to aim at in the middle of the box. And Mavro Lombardos shields him out.
Disappointing there to lose possession there, but Sakonis wins it back.
That's what he's been doing all night. Alex Sakonis, one of the best players on the park, in my opinion. And Yantor can't play it to his feet. We're going to see 2 more substitutions here for the Comets.
These boys are. So Dylan and number 8, Phil Spadavecchia.
So Spadavecchia started last week.
Should let you say that.
And Gomakezwa comes off as well as Mavro Lombardos, but the other one coming on is Dylan Peach. Of course, was on the bench last week as well. Actually, is an ex-Birkalla player because his dribble picture still shows him at Birkalla.
Oh,
so
there you go.
There you go. Playing against his old club. I'm sure it wasn't in the first team, but
maybe brought over by the last coach.
Correct. The former reserves coach at Birkalla was the previous coach here at Comets before the midway point of the season.
Yeah.
And he must have known him and brought him over, but we'll see what he can do for these final few moments.
What a script would say if he scored against his old club.
It would be. Looks like he's come on to the right side of midfield. Lujic with the header. Everett. Sakonis.
Have had it mentioned to me that Phil's a very, very good player. Very, very classy. So let's see what kind of class he can bring forth in the next 6 minutes of football, plus time on.
Clark slips as he clears that one. He scored a goal a couple of weeks ago against Spadavecchia, and he's been another good attacking talent for the Comets. That has provided a lot of spark in the last couple of weeks. Probably unfortunate to lose his starting spot, but obviously with the form of his team, everybody wants to make their way into the starting 11. Politis with Clark. Dorsey down the line. Spadavecchia, he's onside here. Well, he might not be, as the referee calls that one a little bit late, and we might see another substitution here.
Burks.
And it's going to be a double sub. It's going to be Christophilos and Ibrahim to come on for the remaining couple minutes here.
Who's going to come off? What's our guess?
I would assume maybe Klassen Thomas and maybe Anianto. One of them, Klassen Thomas, is one for Ibrahim, and I think Anianto's going off on the far side.
Yeah. He's going to have a quick shower.
Taking his time to get off the field here. I think Christophilos just wants to make sure he gets on before the full-time whistle blows. Looks like that's the final substitutions of the night.
They've all cleared the bench as we suggested. They both like to make subs, so look, they're both going for it, and you know, proactive coaches, that's what we want to see.
Harpus goes long. Comes off Blackwood there, but he didn't know too much about it. Here's Politis under the pressure of Sakonis. Long ball looking for Irabona here. Just about marshalled out the way by Clark.
I must admit, that's where I want to see Aladdin. I want to see him in the final third at the end of things, not starting things, if you know what I mean.
I think he's gone a bit more further forward since these subs have come on. Ibrahim, that's a good win. Everett getting pulled, keeps the ball down. Finds the free man, top of the box. Alan Welsh with a left foot. But he can't find the target. It's probably on his non-favoured foot as well.
Yeah, well done by Everett on the right-hand side. Got the ball into Welshie, and Welshie made a bit of space for himself, opened up to the wrong side. But, yeah, we've seen Hamish Gow score a Gow-tastic with his right foot. I was there with Simon that night. So some people they're very well both-sided. But
here's Blackwood, who switches it now down to this right. Again, that was a win there by Sakonis in the middle of the park. He's very much impressing me tonight. Matsumoto.
It's one of those midfielders, you know what? The ones that just do the simple things, break up play, keep it simple. You must be a midfielder.
I'm not.
There you go.
I'm a winger.
There you go.
I don't like to be there with all the space, but I think I'm playing there tomorrow, so I have to, have to work out how to do it and how to figure out what the space is like when you're in the middle. You don't have the line to work with, but here we go. Irabona's just got the line and Vidmar to work to, and he'll lose out on that occasion, and it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, well, you've got Yatesy, plays an excellent 6. You've got Santafanti from Belgrade that likes to play as a 6. Beautiful type of players, you know. I like those type of players.
Atkinson from Sturt, Thanasi Lessie as well. Some good midfielders.
I think Thanasi's probably a bit more box to box. He likes to get on the end to score a lot of goals as well. So made mention of a lot of good players there.
And young Sakonis maybe is the next one up. He used to play more this season. I think he's got a good showing of himself so far. Here is Delengas. Couple minutes of regulation time remaining in this game. And it looks like Comets are sending everybody forward to try and get themselves an unlikely equaliser. Welsh looking to play in Abdullahi. He's got that pace, but Park's got a bit of strength about him, and he'll win the throw-in as well, in Sung Park.
That was like an MMA fight there.
Good bit of defending there from the right fullback once again.
Yeah. Park has played the full 88 minutes and still looks very fresh and very fast.
Header flicked on Abdullahi, might get there first. There he is, Abdullahi! And that's the sealer for Birkalla. It's Zakaria Abdullahi, who's come off the bench and stolen all 3 points here at the death for Birkalla. 3-1 to the good they go now. And they surge to the top of the table. They're back there, Theo.
Well, that was he literally just chased a 50-50 ball, won that, got there in front of the goalkeeper, and does it, and a very Aladdin-esque celebration. Aladdin would not be happy that he stole his celebration, especially because his team, but I think that one, that sinks it. It's never over till it's over, because we're in the 90th minute, but there have been clearly 3 goals in this half, so the philosophy could be there's at least 3 minutes of time on, plus whatever extra added time. Well, we had a couple of injuries as well, so I'm predicting at least 5 minutes of time. That's my prediction.
Yeah, unfortunately we don't get the clock to see how many they do, but most of the time these days it is a couple of minutes, at least 5 or 6. But they're 2 goals to the good now, Birkalla, and they look like they're running away with another victory here at home at Jack Smith Park. Ibrahim, good touch there. Now the back heel works for Welsh. You can just see the confidence has got back in their side now, and Abdullahi is looking to add to his goal here. His first goal here at Birkalla as well, Zakaria, at least in the Cup and League. Not sure what he did in pre-season, but it's a good goal you want to get off the bench, especially when some other people aren't scoring. I mean, Tyrese Conway only 1 goal this season as well.
And just probably analysing a little bit of the game, I think Comets would have been very happy in the first half. I think you mentioned that Comets had like a 5 to 10 minute spell. They were really good. Burks did miss a couple of really good chances. I think it was, let's just say in a fight, Comets probably, let's just say, drew the first half, but the second half, Burks has just gone up another level.
Another win there in the middle of the park by Welsh. Everett plays Blackwood. Here's Ibrahim, another one of the subs. Can he get his name on the scoreboard? Plays it back, but it's behind Welsh. And they're just about clear. Irabona, Sakonis battling out. Asking for the foul there, Irabona, and Clark now will come away with the pressure from Politis.
Yeah, second half, Burks has just come out. I think Stav wouldn't have said too much apart from, let's just put some of the back of the net. We're doing all the work. We're just going to do the final product. So, and they've just lifted. That's why they're top.
Spadavecchia in the middle of the park.
Must have also mentioned they've banged 3 goals in tonight without Soy.
That is true. Of course, he hasn't scored too many goals himself this season, Sakani, but he's a very trusted player here after his promotion winning season at Birkalla. But goals are just coming from everywhere at the moment. It's another goal scorer added to their list. He joins Blackwood, Welsh, Sakani, Christophilos, Vidmar, Klassen Thomas and Conway as goal scorers this season for the club. I'm just looking there at Soy Sakani as well. He scores a lot of his goals in the cup, actually.
But if you watch his gameplay, his ability to create space for his other players, to drag defenders away from, makes him so dangerous.
Here's Dorsey on the far left. Can they get something late to salvage out of this game? That's a good ball. Irabona puts it to the top of the box. Arkonomopoulos is there, but he took too long to shoot. Irabona will try and keep it alive, but the midfielder, former striker, maybe forgot his roots in front of goals.
Good chance there. Ooh.
Poor touch from Minsung Park. He's got Abdullahi, he's pulling his shirt. No foul, and I think that's just going to fall the way of a throw-in.
Yeah, would have liked to have his time back there. That would have made it an interesting last probably minute or two. But we'll see what happens. But I'd be safe to say that I think Burks have this game.
A little push in the back there by Matsumoto. Gets called.
And made mention, my friend passed on the stat from me about Comets, about Burke scoring lots of goals after the 87th minute. Currently that's number 9, so I'll go back and check my stats. I'll take his word for it.
Just noticed that they actually do have a count-up clock here for this, so we are into about the 4th minute of added time.
Yeah.
So we might see a couple more, but can't see it playing too much out. Not a lot of stoppages in this game. Here's Dorsey on the left.
Apart from goals.
That's true, 3 in the second half. Good bit of strength there by Clark as he sends Irabona to the ground. Everett does well to contest. Blackwood. Launched again. Clark's got a bit of pressure again and comes away with it. Ibrahim. 3v2 at the back here. Everett. He's got Abdullahi and Blackwood to deal with. He takes too long with his pass. Gets stripped of it by Lujic. And Comets looking to try and get one back in this game. Struggling under the pressure here. Spadavecchia. It's bouncing and just about gets the free kick. Tries to take it quickly and the referee says no.
I like his invention. I like his cheekiness. Unfortunately, the referee didn't like it.
I think we're going to see a late sub in this game is here for Birkalla if he gets a minute. Not sure if the referee can see him. But the youngster that did come into the Birkalla squad tonight, who wasn't part of the team last week, young Callum Murray, is going to make his way onto the side. I wonder if his name's Squid.
I was going to say, can you please repeat that name? Because I just wouldn't mind some calamari, but...
yeah, I think there's a...
Oh, goodness.
A couple, and I think it's in the A-League, there's someone whose middle name is Murray. And they nickname him Squid, but if your actual full name is Callum Murray, you've got to have that.
Please don't ever go play for a Greek club.
So it's Blackwood the one to make way. He got things back underway in this game with a goal in the 50th minute to equalise things, and then there was goals elsewhere that got him ahead from Abdullahi and the young Everett. Subs paying off for Birkalla in this second half. Comets not giving up chase. There's the first touch there by Murray. He'll get another one. Driving into the park. He's got Irabona now.
You can't fault Comets. They've worked, but they just haven't had the polish of Burks.
Here's Christophilos. Still with a lot of drive forward. No one in the box. Abdullahi facing his defender, and I think he'll keep it instead of lose the ball. It's a good ball in the box, and Everett's there. He might get under this one. Can't get the touch, and maybe it'll be a corner. I think it is. Referees pointed that way, and now Birkalla have one final chance in this game as we see the 97th minute about to tick away. Min Sung Park's going to take the ball for him there and try and quicken up him taking this corner. Matsumoto now. Will he go short or will he put it in?
I got my prediction wrong. I thought it would have been about 5 or 6 minutes, but it's clearly been 7.
Here's Everett. Free man here. Christophilos. Can he whip one last chance in? It's a good ball. It's dipping. Abdullahi with a spectacular! But it's an even better save there by Yanni Delengas, who saved probably the goal of the week here. An unbelievable attempt there by Abdullahi as he chested it down, and it might have been him or might have even been Ibrahim. I can't see at the moment, but
that's Abdullahi.
We'll have to look at that one back on replay, but an almost fantastic goal there from Birkalla. And it's one of the best saves we'll see all week there by Delengas. He saved a scorcher in the bottom corner. Here's Abdullahi though. Has he got one final save? He does! Abdullahi with 2 off the bench. What a finish into the bottom right corner, and he's got to put his name into the starting 11 for next week. His first 2 goals for the club, and they've been absolute spectaculars into the bottom corner both times.
That's what you call a perfect sub. Comes off the bench, scores 2 goals. I actually feel like it hasn't been a 4-1 game. But look, Burks, I've seen him go to the cop end and score goals time and time again, and they do it. They've scored 4 goals towards that Anzac Highway cop. So,
as you said, they score so many past an 87th minute mark. There's another one as well. But Abdullahi, I mean, come to a new club this season, hasn't really had the chances in the NPL previously. He's played a lot in the State League 1 with the Comets, but he's in the NPL and he's shining now. A massive game and a massive performance off the bench for him. The coach, Stav Galekas, has really got a puzzle on his hands for next week. A tough game against Croydon, and he's got so many attackers firing on all cylinders as Irabona goes long. And that's the final whistle here. Jack Smith Park, the home side, come away with another convincing win and prop themselves at the top of the table once again. Goals coming in the first half from Harry Thomas from the Comets, and then 4-goal haul in the second half. All started by George Blackwood. Next up was Brodie Everett, and then the last 2 goals from Zakaria Abdullahi, who's probably stolen the show here and probably stolen all 3 votes from the referee. Full time here, 4-1 Birkalla in this REA NPLSA round 12 game, and had a lot of great action for those at home, and I'm sure a lot of people must have had to stay to the end there, because late in this clash, a couple of goals past the 85th minute is always what you want to see as a fan.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was a great call. Great, brilliant, entertaining. Hope all the supporters that have come out today to watch this game and all the people live at home have enjoyed our coverage, have enjoyed the coverage. The people that are here have enjoyed the actual game, because I thought it was excellent. As a commentator, you want to see goals. We've seen goals, seen entertainment. Burke's Fortress continues. Burke's are first. I feel a little bit sorry for Comets. They didn't deserve to lose 4-1, but you know what? That's football. Burke's take 3 points. Comets, how are they going to react next week? What kind of reaction are we going to get from them? So
the undefeated streak under Isaac Sesse finally falls to an end on the 4th game. But they provided a lot of attacking threat, and they really pushed the top of the table, Birkalla, to the limits. Held that 1-0 lead in the first half, but couldn't hold on for all 3 points. It's full time here, and that's the end of our stream. It was a pleasure to be joined by you, Theo, in the studio here. And a pleasure to be at Jack Smith Park for my first time of the season, and probably the first time in the NPL I've been here as well. So that's full time here. Make sure you tune into the rest of the games this weekend across Saturday and Sunday, of course, with that special game of the round, Adelaide City versus West Adelaide. That's all from us here. Thank you and good night.
Good night.
Yeah. I wonder where he's going to go. He might. I've got more talking before the end. Yeah, I know. That's great. Geez, that was super sub. Wow. Just he went nuts. Let him make the copy? No? Come back to copy? Yeah, I haven't been there, but I might come in and pop my head in there. I'll go up here for David. You get in here? He was on the line the whole game. Well, Jaden on the line. He's AL1. You got this in there. I would have abused it, but I didn't. Mate, you're an old man. This is one training session. I know.